Okay, so this is the domain controller. I'm just promoting this to a domain controller.
Great.
I'll just give it a name. It's a new forest, so it's going to be lab.
So, you have any theory behind what is why we interconnect Active Directory or any external server to the checkpoint?
I would think that way you can use the identity of users and computers and all the objects um, within firewall objects. Like you can manage or you can grant permissions based on AD objects.
Perfect. This is the main reason.
Okay.
And the second reason is that, consider you have 10 checkpoint users,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And you are defining those into the checkpoint, okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You don't have any problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
Consider if your users are like 5,000 users,
Mm-hmm.
right? Are you able to configure 5,000 users into the checkpoint? You will, but what
Yeah.
will be the database?
Correct.
There will be the constraint related to the database, the
Mm-hmm.
specific size, right?
Mm-hmm.
In that case, you checkpoint they only suggest that go for the external, identity configuration,
Uh-huh.
external integration.
Uh-huh.
So you have one way you can do the AD integration.
Mm-hmm.
You have the other way where you can do the radius. You can do the TACAX. You heard about this term? So what is radius, TACAX?
Yes, I've heard about Radius. Not TechX. I think Cisco uses that mostly. I think.
Right. It's a proprietary for the Cisco,
Mm-hmm.
which they basically use to integrate
Mm-hmm.
interoperable devices like firewalls, routers, proxy servers,
Mm-hmm.
load balancers,
Mm-hmm.
uh, to them. So Cisco, they have something called Cisco ICE,
Mm-hmm.
ASE. So that is their identity manager.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, consider that one of the examples. So identity managers, they have this features protocols with them. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, Radius is a protocol, TACAX is the protocol, but these protocols they have a different use. So as you know, the Radius we also use the purpose for the integration of these devices, but the desired use of the Radius is connect access points. You know when we talk about the access points,
Mm-hmm.
those access points we interconnect with the Cisco appliances. Those are like Cisco switches,
Mm-hmm.
like a Meraki and anything like that. You connected via Radius protocol. Likewise, for the devices, they use the TACAX protocol.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have a TACAX Plus, which is provide you kind of confidentiality and
Mm-hmm.
better flexibility than the Radius.
Mm-hmm.
So likewise, for the management of your different users, identity of there and everything, and the two-way authentication. In sense, we don't call it like a two-way authentication, but it act like that.
Mm-hmm.
So one way it's like authenticate via this external authentication, and it's also seamlessly integrated with these devices. So the other way, it's some sort of authentication from these devices as well. So for that, we have this solution in place. One, you said the central management, where if I want to do something with the users, I don't have to go to the checkpoint firewall all the time. I can just configure those things into the AD, and that will seamlessly get pushed to these devices like a checkpoint. That is a one main use, and the second main use. Depending on the size and the entity of those data what we have for the users. If we
Hmm.
not able to manage that with respect to the firewalls, we use the other identity stores for that.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay, that is the theory behind it.
Okay.
So what name you have given for this?
Lab.local.
Okay, just keep it on in mind. You
Yep.
what
Yep.
name what you are asking me.
Yep.
So that we need now to fetch it the
Got
details.
yep. I wrote it down.
This lab is very interesting because this is my favorite thing, that integration with this ID, doing the stuff.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
yeah, we can do a lot. I mean, nowadays we have the multi-access, uh, I mean MFA,
Uh-huh.
multi-factor authentication.
Yep.
So we have a lot of solutions for that. Checkpoint can be integrated with those solutions.
Oh,
So
interesting.
Geo or what we have. A lot of things are there.
Okay.
So if I talk about those things, that is altogether a different level.
All right.
It's interesting. I mean, once you understand this basic thing, right,
Uh-huh.
you have a wide open scope to play with it.
Got it.
And as soon as you play with these things,
Mm-hmm.
uh, then you will realize that how you can easily, deliver the work.
Wow.
Basic requirement, gateway and this thing need to be able to communicate.
Okay.
Plus, SMS also need to be able to communicate.
Got it. So what I did on the gateway, if I allow, they can communicate. So I need to create a rule here for the gateway to communicate. So I have so it's on 11 network. So I need to create a rule here for it to communicate to the. So is it like a management rule, or what kind of communication does it need?
So this is you can write it that interoperable device communication.
Okay, got it. Let me remove this one. So domain traffic.
Yeah, external communication, external authentication like that you can do.
Okay. Source will be main, and this is going to communicate to the gateway and SMS, or just the gateway.
No, SMS also.
So and we'll leave it at any except log. And
So what is your plan next? I mean, you'll be working on these things.
yep. So I want to build the full lab out. Once I build the full lab, then I want to go back and start from the beginning, each
Hmm.
chapter at a time, basically
Hmm.
seeing if you change something here, then can you see in the logs, or can you see it on the terminal? See what broke. and that's the key. So once that's my next step. Once I build out the lab.
Yeah. And if you plan something for CCSE, let me know in advance.
Yep.
So this time, what we will do will be plan. Dedicated sessions for 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
each day, 8 9 hours.
Yep.
Uh, and uh, I mean, I also have to buy the time.
Correct. Because of the work schedule, I think what we may do is, yeah, that was going to be a more intense class, more.
Yeah, even you have to take the offer. Plus me also have to
Yeah,
take off.
it'd be a tough because only we'll have to see. I mean, or we do 2 hours, and then weekends we do 4 hours because it after a while it gets tiring for both of us. So, I mean, it's best to do a little bit. It's best to break it down in smaller pieces and then do one topic at a time and see what
Because CCSE is completely, lab based.
got it.
So it's better to be deliver, continuously. But
Got
anyhow, I want you to deliver this work.
got.
Just play with this thing as long as you can,
Mm-hmm.
and ask me whatever the questions you have
Yeah,
related to these topics.
got it.
Okay. And then once you are very comfortable on this, you can learn from yourself the
Mm-hmm.
CCSE part. It
Mm-hmm.
will help you with the links and details. In others case, if you require something other help, then
Mm-hmm.
we'll talk about this.
Yeah, no
This
problem.
what I feel. I don't want you to unnecessarily pay me if there is no need.
No, yeah, it depends on the situation. I mean, if I'm able to understand it and do it, I'll go with it. But if I'm getting stuck or have questions, definitely, I think I'll definitely reach out to you. We'll set up a call. So, what I see one problem here. If one of the rule is overlapping.
Yeah, yeah, show me that. That's what I'm here.
So layer number two, rule number two conflicts with rule number four for service application. That makes
Perfect.
sense.
Go for it.
So rule number two is drop, and then it's accept.
See
So
what you did there. Just I want to look at
so
what you did.
so basically, it's dropping and then it's accepting. It should
No,
be
stealth rule is what? What I have explained you.
stealth rule is where anything can try to contact this one will get dropped. So
Perfect.
so if that's the case, then this is opposite of what this is trying to do. So this should maybe go up, and in that case, this
Only
can
do one thing.
yeah.
Just add that server to the first rule.
Oh, just the server.
Yeah.
Okay, let me create an object. Let me see if it's
No,
ready.
that source, the source which you have given,
Uh-huh.
just add into the first rule
Oh, got it, got it, got it.
and remove the second one.
So
I think you asked me the same thing, right? I told you to create a new rule.
yeah.
Okay,
So,
sorry for my side.
no, no worries. So
This is how you will be learn,
yeah, yeah.
something. And this
So
is, very classic things when you configure the these checkpoint rules.
yeah. So
It's
a
very
domain.
helpful that they don't, push the things. It gives you error in front.
That's nice.
It's very nice.
A GUI and so instead
So
of a
for now, instead of giving entire uh, network, just give one IP address.
yeah. So I will give this DC 8. So if okay, so now since we've created this policy, so this domain controller should be able to contact both the SMS and the gateway. And so let's give that a try. And DC is fine. This is all fine. This is there. And administrative tools. Users on computers. And with DNS. Okay. Now add this host to the domain. Should I create some users up here?
Yeah, we'll do it later.
Later? Okay.
Try to do the integration.
Okay, got it. So this
The
is
policy push, try to see if they are able to communicate via ping.
sure. Okay. Right now it's not pinging.
Check the logs.
Yep.
Before closing.
We'll go logs. And
Yeah, it's working.
it is
This is the second packet.
it is cleanup rule. It is ICMP. It is dropping. So when we look at the rule, security
Right, we haven't given ICMP.
ICMP rule. Well, it is also. Oh, I wonder if it is in the there's the, what do you call that thing?
Implied rule?
Employer rule?
No, that
No.
just open that log. What it says?
Mm-hmm.
It's cleanup rule, right?
Yep.
So the IP address, just open that log.
92.168.11.101.
Mhm.
192.168.11.101. This is the firewall, and 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 it's going to clean up row.
Number four. Go back to the room. Okay, so number one rule says, okay, check what is the essential IP address is.
Is 11.10.101, and this is 1.2.
Right? So and check the PC IP address, the AD server IP address.
AD server is 192.168.1.101.
Okay, and you are accepting that rule.
Mm-hmm.
Just go back to the AD IP address.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Gateway is also correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now go back to the policy package. Okay. Uh, okay. Click install policy. Just wait there. Okay. 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 Standard reporting to the gateway. Okay. Gateway IP address is 10.1.1.2.
Mm-hmm.
So that is just a minute. Okay. Push one more time the policy. Is there any netting happens in between?
Right now, we haven't done
Coming out of
anything
that?
yet. No, no netting right now. It's just default.
No, 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 not like that.
Uh-huh.
You are coming from some different network. Just go for that logs.
Okay.
Open that log, ICMP log. Uh, source is destination is ICMP and it's saying ATH2 and that is being approved. Click to that more. Okay. Now try one more time doing the ping.
Okay. Um, so,
Go to the ETS3 interface from the topology.
the,
Go to the gateway. I mean this thing.
uh-huh.
Smart
Yep.
console. Go to the topology. No, not here. Smart console itself.
Smart console. Okay.
Mhm. Go to the, yeah, open that gateway. Go to that topology. Yeah, there. Network management.
Oh, you know what? We
No
never,
interface. No.
we never
No
got
interface.
interfaces.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
This is how you learn.
Ha. Oh man. Oh God. It doesn't even know where it's coming from, what it is.
Yeah, there's no hint at all. So basically, remember every time, okay,
Uh-huh.
if you're working with the client and you want to do the troubleshooting,
Yep.
always remember you have a TCP/IP model or a voice layer model.
Uh-huh.
Always start from the physical layer.
Got it.
Physical layer talks about your connectivity,
Mm-hmm.
talk about your interface and everything. Check that. Then go for the data link layer, the network layer, and to the application layer.
Got it. Start from there.
Somewhere you will find the issue.
Got it. If logically it makes sense, then let's see now. Yep. Oh man, that's funny.
Okay, here only now you need to type one command. I'll just share you over a chat. Okay.
Sure.
So you need to have the VM name.
On
So that
the
yeah,
gateway
we need to run this command from the your domain server. So I
dimension.
have given you over a chat.
Okay. Let's see if I could. PS query USM name administrator. Okay. Oh, the full qualified.
Yeah, copy that entire script and take an exit from here.
Got it.
Keep this command also with you. And this is every time
Uh huh.
we require this details when we do this integration.
Okay. I can copy it out, but okay. So now,
Once that is done, go back to your smart console
mm-hmm.
and now go to the objects. We need to create some, yeah, go to that more objects. But here we need to create a LDAP objects. Go to the more object servers, servers. There is something called offset application. Yeah, there's an offset application. Check the option. This is anything you want to
I think I.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, here you go. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go for the adapt groups. Is there anything like
no.
uh,
New LTAP account. I would say this may be it. LTAP account unit, right?
yeah, yeah, that's what I was looking for in that.
Yeah.
I don't know why image was very small.
They may have moved it. Sorry about it.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay,
So
disconnect.
now start with the general details.
Okay,
Give it
so
a name.
give it any name. Give it any name.
AD server name.
Okay. Okay, profile, domain.
Give the domain name there. Just for
Mm-hmm.
example, whatever the labs, something you are doing.
Yep.
Okay, and then you have to select clear these three options, CRL and Active Directory.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Click OK. Oh, not OK. Just hold on. Go to the next tab. Here, just add new.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give it the host of your AD object.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, give it a port 389 that is already there. Username,
Mm-hmm.
the administrator,
This
and
is
this login DM you copied.
yeah.
Except the ports, remove those ports. Yeah, that's the entire thing.
Okay. I don't know. We'll copy it, but we'll see.
You can type it.
Yeah. Yes. So
So
go
it's
to
administrator dot.
yeah. Yeah. This is go to
So there is a comma in between CNN administrator.
yeah. There's a comment. It's barely see, but it's there. Users
Then
PC is equal to
DC.
C is equal to lab, comma PC is equal to it's local. Okay, got that.
Give
Password.
it a password. This is your the opening username password, right?
Yep,
How you can open the
yep.
or log into that.
Okay.
Okay.
Encryption don't need right now.
No, for now.
Click OK.
Okay.
That should communicate.
Yeah, there is a one more thing. Now go to the next authentication. That change management. Yeah. Here you have to switch it. Yeah. It should communicate.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You can click OK now.
Okay, nothing here, right? Okay.
No, no authentication.
Nice. So the gateway is now communicating to the domain controller.
Yeah. Go back to that object again.
Okay.
Authentication, you have to select what we are configured with.
Okay. So will it be okay? So now will that user account? No. All right.
So just select checkpoint password. We have selected everything.
Which,
Second thing, checkpoint password.
yeah.
Just select that and rest just uncheck.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay. So we have already integrated this thing. We have to do one more check.
Uh huh.
Go to the global property. Just okay this thing.
Okay.
Yeah. From there, go to the global properties. There is a user directory.
User directory. Yep.
Yeah. Select the option very top. The, yeah, this thing.
Okay.
And say okay.
Mm,
This is the optional configuration. as we are integrating the user.
Which one?
No, this settings. You just check that checkbox.
Okay.
We are just enabling the user directly. That's it.
Okay.
Say okay to it.
Okay.
Okay. So now the integration is done. Now what we will do? We enable the identity awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Now go to the gateways.
Install policy or wait?
Go ahead and install policy
Install.
because we already
Yep.
this is database is already fetched. So we don't
Okay.
have to. But always recommended that policy need to be installed.
Got it. So now from here we are going to go to
I know what you are looking for.
yeah.
That details you will not find here because everything has got changed.
Ah,
So we have to create access rules, and from there you will get these things.
that's interesting. Access rules. Okay, policy is done.
Now go to the your gateway and open that gateway. And we are selecting the identity awareness rule.
Identity
First
awareness.
node, first node. Yeah, go down. Second.
All right. AD
So
query.
yeah, here just there is a three options. One is AD query.
Uh huh.
What did AD query means? Whenever someone who logged into your domain from the domain, the checkpoint and the AD they will be communicate to each other for that users. So based on that logins, the details is fetched from the AD to the checkpoint, right?
Okay.
That's why the AD. Browser-based authentication is something where you have flexibility where you can define a captive portal. So if you have a guest user, and you want to give the access to the guest user, what you will do, you will enable the captive portal setting,
Mm-hmm.
and whenever they try to log in, they will prompt them for the username and the password.
Mm-hmm.
That is the second option. Third one is terminal servers. When you use network services,
Mm-hmm.
over there you sometimes you observe that okay, once you log into the settings, you directly goes to your profile and you assign some IP addresses from there.
Okay.
That service is you can enable from this terminal server.
Good.
Scope of the CCSA is AD query and capture portal, but capture portal not live there. We
Okay.
are just enabling the AD query now.
Got it.
Okay, next.
Got
Here,
it.
just check. Just hold on. Just hold on. Here is a trick.
Uh-huh.
Okay, give us the password there, but there is no password already. So I have to type.
Ah.
I have to type.
Okay.
Yeah.
And click connect and see.
Connect. Connect.
Connecting to 11.1 and successful. This is where the policy, the security policy we created came in handy because it
Yes.
can communicate. Okay.
Now we can have the access to this system. Awesome.
Got it. Identity awareness active. Okay. So there should be a new icon somewhere for identity awareness. So, okay.
Now we need to create the access rules, user access rules.
Okay. So, how does that process go? Uh,
Go to the new. It's completely complicated nowadays from the checkpoint side.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, go to that object explorer and new
Uh-huh.
and see something for access rule if you see somewhere.
Object, service, VPN data types, user, access role,
Yeah, that is what you want.
access role. Okay.
You give it
So,
a name.
do- domain, okay,
Any machine is your source, okay?
okay,
Or you can define a specific machine. Why we are defining access rules? So here we have flexibility to define which user, able
uh,
to communicate, which machine is able to communicate. For now, we are giving any, but you can restrict with whatever requirement you have. You can only give any machine or the machine which we created for the users. Now I give it any here. Go
okay,
to the users, and if you yeah add click that specific configuration
mm,
and then add. Now you will see your all the users from your AD.
oh,
This is what you are looking for, right?
yeah, this whole, I was looking for this whole IR.
Yeah.
So, specific user. So, I have not created other than the administrator.
Yeah, we will create that.
Okay,
For now, you have any user, you
okay,
can give it that,
okay,
right? Go to the machines.
any
Here
machine,
you can define whatever the machines you want. Machines is nothing but your endpoint service.
okay,
Give it any for now,
mm-hmm.
and that is fine. Remote access client we don't require.
So, we are just creating a rule,
Yeah. This
domain.
rule is must for your user to be identified.
Okay, okay. Then I will give
So
it a
what
domain.
identity awareness gives you,
Mm-hmm.
when we do the logs, you will see the user names also instead of
Mm-hmm.
only the IP address. That is the actual fundamental behind it.
Do you mind repeating that one more time?
So you will see
Uh,
when you do the log solution, right?
uh,
Right now we are looking on the logs basis,
yeah, yeah,
IP basis. So
yep,
whatever the details we are finding based on the IP addresses,
yep.
but after this, you will see the username also. For example, if you create a new user into the AD,
Uh-huh.
and if that user log into that AD machine, you will see that username into the logs, our logs also, that
Oh,
okay,
so
this user is logged in.
so the gateway is keeping track of all
All the
the.
things. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, nice.
That is the purpose of this flags, identity awareness.
Got it.
Okay. Once you click OK, install the policy, and go ahead and create a user into this AD
Uh-huh.
and do some communication with that user and look the log, you will see the user identity there.
Oh,
And once that is done, we will run some troubleshooting commands
okay.
and we'll wrap up.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Now install the policy, and while policy is getting installed, go ahead and do the user creation.
Mm-hmm.
So far so good.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So what I can do now is I can sign out of this account, sign into that
Another
account,
Yeah.
and then ping the gateway from that user.
Yeah.
All right.
What error you are seeing?
I'm trying to see why it's okay. So I tried everything. Let me see if
So what you will do
uh-huh.
when you create a user,
Yep.
select that user should change password next time.
Huh. Live judo user must change password and apply. Okay. So it's
Yeah. Try to log in again.
I wonder if I have any groups. Let's see. Action view, advanced features, users, the members of domain users. That should be good enough. Sign out. Ah, okay. Makes no sense.
Put your password there.
It says other user. Okay, let me see. Sign in method. Okay, that's weird. What is the sign in method it's looking for? So it's a silly one never seen before. Sign in method. So log username And so it's Jade account, jado@lab.com. Okay. Let me see, add this user to domain admins.
Mm, this was the missing part.
You think so?
Yes, yes, I remember now.
Huh.
Because we you have not added into the admin group, right, or any group.
Uh-huh.
How he will get access, what level access he has.
And he's trying to
Now,
log into the domain controller.
yeah, now you are just logging to the domain controller.
Uh,
You don't have those rights in place.
got it.
We are becoming good KD admin also now.
But the earlier one was very good. Uh, yeah. Okay, good. Learn as we go.
Yeah. Now
Uh,
go back to the checkpoint and check the logs. Let's see if we can see the name there.
so if I go logs and we do this jdo
Not
nothing.
like that. Uh,
So what is this creating different logs? Um, I guess we may have to create a log server or a log row.
yeah, that is every this SMS has a limitation. How
Okay,
many days logs he can store? Yeah, do one thing. Instead of doing this,
uh-huh. You can do
uh,
user.
instead of look for the latest traffic
Oh, okay. Uh, so
and do one thing. Just right click
uh-huh.
to that this guy. So where you see time origin like that, just right click to that. Here it's okay. We just want to add identity awareness blades data.
Oh, okay. So
Go back to this time you see there. Just right
um,
click there somewhere.
time right here. Right click. Uh-huh. Got it.
You have to see identity profile solution.
Identity awareness. Profiles.
Yeah, there is identity awareness.
Alright.
Yes.
Oh,
You will see the column for the user.
identity source user.
Yeah.
Got it. Now,
Just refresh it. You are seeing the machine details, right?
mm-hmm,
ID configuration.
mm-hmm,
Yeah. So there may be the issue with the hotfix. We need to have the latest hotfix for this thing to be work.
mm-hmm,
The user details need to be seen. But
mm-hmm.
right now, if you verify the things, just go to the command line and
And
run the
nothing.
commands I have just shared with you.
Okay, got it. Okay, so copy it. So pap show all PDP. So this is firewall commands. Pap-
Yeah, this is firewall command for identity awareness
Oh,
troubleshooting.
okay. Yeah,
Run each and every command one by one.
sure.
For the user details, I think we need to have the latest HFX to be installed.
Oh, got it. Okay, makes sense. What's that? Not enable. What is it? Expert. Does it have to be an expert?
Yeah, expert. So whatever the troubleshooting advanced commands we will going to run is from the expert.
Okay. That show PDPR. Ah, so